In the unpredictable landscape of modern survival, having a well-stocked pantry isn't just a hobby, it's a strategic necessity. Today, we're diving deep into the world of foods that defy time, exploring 30 incredible items that can sit on your shelf for years, even decades, without losing their nutritional value or edibility. Let's start with the absolute champions of long-term storage: salt, sugar, and honey. These aren't just seasonings, they're survival staples that have been used for thousands of years. Pure salt, when stored properly, can last indefinitely. We're talking about a substance so stable that archaeologists have found edible salt in ancient Egyptian tombs. White sugar, similarly, has an eternal shelf life. As long as it's kept dry and sealed, it won't spoil or lose its sweetness. Honey takes the crown as nature's most remarkable preservation marvel. Archaeologists have discovered honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that's still perfectly edible after thousands of years. Its unique chemical composition, low moisture content, high acidity, and natural hydrogen peroxide creates an environment where bacteria and microorganisms simply cannot survive. Raw, unprocessed honey is essentially a natural time capsule of nutrition. Dried beans emerge as another survival superstar. Varieties like black beans, kidney beans, and pinto beans can last 10 to 30 years when stored in airtight, oxygen-free containers. They're not just long-lasting. They're nutritional powerhouses packed with protein, fiber, and essential minerals. The key is keeping them in cool, dark environments and protecting them from moisture and oxygen. White rice enters our list as a global survival food. Unlike brown rice, which contains oils that can go rancid, white rice can last 25 to 30 years when stored correctly. It's a calorie-dense food that provides quick energy and serves as a fundamental staple in emergency food supplies. Countries like Japan and China have long understood rice's importance in long-term food security. Soy sauce might surprise many, but this fermented condiment is essentially immortal. Due to its high salt content and fermentation process, an unopened bottle of soy sauce can last decades. Once opened, it can still maintain quality for years when refrigerated. Its preservation comes from its complex fermentation process that creates an environment hostile to harmful bacteria. Maple syrup enters our list with a fascinating preservation story. Pure maple syrup, when stored properly, can last indefinitely. Commercial maple syrup is typically heated to extremely high temperatures during processing, which eliminates potential bacteria. The high sugar content further prevents microbial growth. Just ensure it's stored in a cool, dark place and remains sealed. Vinegar represents another near-eternal food item. White vinegar in particular can last indefinitely. Its high acidity creates an environment where bacteria cannot survive. Beyond preservation, vinegar serves multiple survival purposes, from food preparation to cleaning and even medical applications. Apple cider vinegar shares similar preservation characteristics. Hard liquors like vodka, whiskey, and rum deserve special mention. These high-alcohol beverages can last indefinitely if stored properly. The high alcohol content prevents bacterial growth, making them not just beverages, but potential survival tools. Some historians have found century-old liquor that remains perfectly drinkable. Cornstarch stands out as a remarkable dry good with essentially infinite shelf life. When kept in a sealed container away from moisture, cornstarch can last decades. It's not just a thickening agent, but a versatile survival ingredient that maintains its chemical structure virtually forever. Instant coffee represents another survival pantry essential. Properly sealed instant coffee can last 20-30 years. The dehydration process removes moisture, preventing bacterial growth. For many survival scenarios, a quick caffeine boost could mean the difference between maintaining alertness and succumbing to fatigue. Bouillon cubes emerge as compact, long-lasting flavor enhancers. These dehydrated stock cubes can last 1 to 2 years past their printed expiration date when stored correctly. They provide essential sodium and flavor to otherwise bland emergency meals, making them a strategic survival food. Pure vanilla extract stands out as a surprisingly durable ingredient. Due to its high alcohol content, pure vanilla extract can last indefinitely. Commercial varieties typically contain 35% alcohol, creating an environment where microorganisms cannot survive. It's not just a flavoring, but a potential long-term preservation asset. Certain spices like peppercorns, cinnamon sticks, and whole nutmeg can last decades when stored properly. Whole spices maintain their flavor and potency far longer than ground varieties. Their low moisture content and natural oils create an environment resistant to spoilage. Powdered milk represents a critical survival food. When stored in oxygen-free containers, powdered milk can last 10 to 25 years. It provides essential calcium, protein, and can be a crucial nutrition source in emergency scenarios. The dehydration process removes moisture, preventing bacterial growth. Wheat berries showcase remarkable preservation potential. When stored in oxygen-free cool environments, wheat berries can last 30 years or more. They can be ground into flour or sprouted, providing versatile nutrition options. Ancient civilizations understood wheat's preservation capabilities long before modern storage techniques. Certain types of hard liquor like pure grain alcohol can last indefinitely. Beyond being a potential beverage, these high alcohol content liquids serve multiple survival purposes, from potential medical sterilization to fire starting. Coconut oil enters our list with impressive preservation characteristics. Due to its high saturated fat content and low moisture, coconut oil can last 2 to 3 years at room temperature and potentially decades when refrigerated. It provides essential fats and has multiple survival applications beyond nutrition. As we conclude our exploration of timeless foods, remember that proper storage is key. Airtight containers, cool environments, and protection from moisture and oxygen transform these foods from simple ingredients into survival assets. Each item represents not just nutrition, but a strategic approach to long-term food security. The world is unpredictable. Natural disasters, economic uncertainties, and global disruptions can challenge our access to regular food supplies. By understanding these preservation champions, you're not just stocking a pantry, you're building a resilient strategy. What are your thoughts? Which of these eternal foods surprised you most? Share your survival food strategies in the comments below. Knowledge shared is preparedness multiplied.